Good afternoon, finally. It took forever for me to get here today, it seems. We had some internet issues. My router went down and low batteries and all sorts of craziness happened. So I am just getting logged in now. So I'm going to find this video and share it over to the creative group, and then we can get moving. Hey, Robin. How's it going, honey? Okay, creating a Celine. It took forever to get on today. The internet was not my friend, but it is now. We're doing good. So that's the one thing with technology. It's imperfect. So I guess it's just like me. It's supposed to make things easier, but it's imperfect, so it takes a little longer to get things done. Oh, all right. Well, welcome everybody. I have a really fun class to share with everybody this week. I am taking a look at these in colors that are going out. Check them out. Aren't they pretty? All these bright and beautiful spring colors. Here, this is a better view. Of course, the yellow is a different size, but this is the yellow that's going out. And so these 5 colors, in just a couple of days, they'll announce that they are retiring. And actually, you know what? Let me grab my ink pad so I can get you all the colors. Oh, maybe I can't. Yay. Blueberry bushel, there they are. Okay. So we'll take a look at those in a second when I flip the camera. Oh, hi Tracy. Well, it's so good to finally be here. It took me forever to get on. Technology was not my friend. Hi Nola, it's so good to see you. I'm sorry that we didn't connect late last night, but we have to practice our Zoom together. Hi Pam, how's everybody doing? In the middle of my live, my phone's ringing and I put on my do not disturb, so I don't know what the heck is going on. But I'm gonna flip the camera and just get going because I don't want anything else to interrupt us. From internet issues, usually I cover the camera, but don't get dizzy. Here we go. All right. So aren't these colors great? We've got lovely lipstick, grapefruit grove. I know you probably can't read this one. Pineapple punch, call me clover, and blueberry bushel. Now, what you need to know about these is if you already own them, you're going to want to make sure that you have the reinkers to protect your investment. Hi, Donna. It was so good to hear your voice, even briefly, last night. Donna jumped on our Zoom for a few minutes. Because the minute they announce that these colors are going out, everything is gone. They sell out totally right away. Hey, Chris, how's it going? Good to see my friends from down under. Oh my goodness. I'm going to see if I can catch your comments on the other screen. Yay, I can. Okay. So there's our 5 colors. But before I jump in with all of that, I want to give you a quick sneak peek. There's still time to get logged on. So Chris from Australia, obviously I can't send you a packet in the mail, but everybody can still get PDFs and videos for these 4 cards that I am doing this week. And my team, if you're on my team, you can just sign up and get the directions for free. So this class is going out Thursday, and the packets, all the big shot work is done. Isn't it pretty? I can't wait to get these out in the mail. These were a little fussy to die cut, so I'm going to do an additional video this month to show you how to handle dies that end up a little bit fussy. Okay, so getting back to my in colors, I got this bag in the mail that had a catalog in it because I had a Pampered Chef party this past week, and the party went great and everything, but my representative from Pampered Chef sent me a catalog in the mail, and the bag looked like this. So it got me thinking about our punches and how we could use them, especially this time of year, because frankly, things are going to start to sell out like these in colors. So we're going to start with Roy G. Biv, right? We'll start with the Lovely Lipstick. I cut this down to 4 3/4 by 3 1/2. And I'm gonna get these punched kind of all the same. So this one, I'm going off-road a little bit, and I'm punching this so that there's like a little piece, and I'm gonna hold on to this punch because I'll show you, but later on, we're gonna use it to put inside of our project. So this is my Lovely Lipstick one, and then Grapefruit Grove. So I am just making kind of this series of cards for some friends who shopped this week. And I thought that this would be an awesome way to show these colors. This is the color I'm wearing. Call me Clover. You're a Clover, Celine. See? Ooh. So this one, see how it's off-roading just a little bit? It's okay. I'll be able to glue that down. It'll be fine. And then finally, my absolute favorite color. I'm so bummed these are going out. You know, it's just when you really start to fall in love with the in colors that you can't get them anymore. But that's why I'm telling you, if you already own the ink pads, make sure that you have the reinkers, because there's nothing worse than owning an ink pad you can't do anything with. So there's my 4 in color. And then the 5th in color is Pineapple Punch, but we're gonna use that as our base. And then I punched out a whole bunch of 1/2-inch circles so that I would have them for the center of our flowers as we get rolling. So there's that package. Then I'm gonna pull these back in. Here, let me get rid of that. You know the color names by now, but I mean, like, even this ribbon, it's so pretty, and I've already used a whole roll of this, so this is the one that I have left, and it's so festive to just stick on a card. Maybe we can even find a place for it on one of our cards, maybe on the green one. We'll see. Anyway, don't forget all the stuff that you have that matches too. All right, so that was the big daisy punch, right? I know. I'll miss the colors too. Hi, Debbie. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna punch a whole little guy from each of these 4. Whoops. And I don't care if they're like perfect. It's just a matter of getting ones, but I want 4 complete to make sure that they each have a, oh, that one I messed up. Ugh. Puddles. That's what I was really thinking. Yeah, you know me. All right, I'm gonna get rid of that paper. I have to do it again. I'm sorry, 1 second. So this one I punched so that the flower is completely intact except for the very edge. And then this one I want to punch out and pay attention this time and not punch into my other flower. So I don't want them to touch. So I've got those flowers hanging out. And then I'm going to start punching some edges. So I think there's like one here. And maybe one here. And then, like, I don't know, you want to do like a whole one there? We'll come in a little more. And then maybe just an edge. So this looks like a background, like if we were stamping. Last week we made our own background paper. This time we're doing the same thing, but we're doing it with punches. So that's our first background. And to kind of give you a glimpse into where I'm going with this, hang on, let me get a white. I need some glue. For this, it would be better, instead of tape runner, to actually have some liquid glue, because I'm going to put the liquid glue on the back of this. And you don't need a lot, but you want to get it in places where it could move or bend or break, right? And then I'm gonna put this in place and stick that to the side for a second. Okay, so you see where I'm going with this. So I'm gonna do the same thing here. All these little pieces. Hi Linda, hi Janine, hi Jan. Oh, I know. This one, Grapefruit Grove, I think this one looks really good right beside Bermuda Bay. It is like a color combination that I didn't see happening, and I found it right at my retreat in March, and I loved it so much once I get going with it. So that is the Grapefruit Grove. And, you know, with the liquid glue, it has a minute. It's kind of like a blessing and a curse. You have a minute to move it around, but if you put too much, it's going to be all over your hands. So it's a catch-22. You got to be careful with it. So here we go. The UPS man delivered to me today so I can finish that class that I have going out by Thursday. I might try and get some of the packets out early so that I'm not putting out 36 packages to my mailman all in one day. But George is a pretty cool cat. I'm sure if I did, he'd be able to handle it. So see, remember this one was kind of funny? I'm just gonna treat it with kit gloves and put a little glue there to make sure it stays in place. And you don't need a lot of glue when you're using this liquid glue stuff. In fact, it's better if you don't use a lot. If you use lines and it dries down, especially against Whisper White, sometimes the lines will show up on a finished project. So I try to avoid that where I can. This is funny. This one matches my shirt. We'll have to come back to that. But that one's the one that we're treating with kit gloves, and it's actually fine. Okay, so we'll put them all going the same way. We got a little pattern going. Oh, it's this guy. Well, it's funny that you were late because so was I. I couldn't get on no matter what I did. The internet was not my friend today. There must be a lot of people online in my neighborhood or something. And of course, my husband's on VPN for work and stuff, so maybe it's just not a good time, I guess. Okay, so. But we have been doing the weekly Zoom calls, and actually on Monday night, last night, I figured out how I can show what I'm working on and talk to people at the same time, which is pretty cool. It involves 2 devices, but I was pretty excited to figure that one out. Oh, this is my, it's hard to say. I'm like, this is my favorite. No, this is my favorite. I love them. I love them all. These colors are great. Okay, so now that we have all of those done, I'm looking at these bases a little bit differently. In fact, I'm gonna pull in some of my scrap here because I punched out a bunch of circles a few minutes, well, a couple hours ago when a few minutes before the first time I tried to go live. That's okay. But I'm gonna just do this. And while I've got all of these negative pieces, all the pieces that, the positive pieces, those are the negative pieces, I'm gonna take one of these and go this way. So blue. I suppose I should really be careful to leave room for a sentiment because I have no plan here, except that I want a background. Gotta be careful when it's wet moving it around, because if you move it around too much, you'll end up with glue on your hands. And the trick definitely is just to use a tiny little bit. It doesn't need a lot. So I get a little spot there for a sentiment. Yeah, it's fine. All right, so you get the idea. We've taken all the pieces that came out of there, and now we've got pieces for another card. All right, here we go. So card 1. Let's go this way. So I've got my my yellow on the bottom because I was thinking that it would be fun. Maybe it's on the bottom. Ah, it's on the top. Ha. That's why liquid glue is good. It hasn't set up yet. I did that on purpose. That's the ticket. All right, and then we'll go in and add a larger circle to the larger daisy. And then I've got some little circles here, and I'm just gonna drop anything that has a center. I'm gonna just go ahead and let it go to the edge. So all the negative space is being filled by that white. And it's gonna run into the yellow here, but I'm gonna overlap anyway, which I think is cool, breaking right out of the box. And then they just need a sentiment. So I've got these little pieces left over that we punched out of here, out of the middle. And this is gonna go butt right up against the edge of our card. So why not put it right in that spot on the edge of the card on the inside. Oh, I moved it a little bit. It's smushed. See, this is where you end up getting it on your hands. That's what you're not supposed to do. Haha. But you get the idea. So pretty. So that's the first one, and it moved, moving and shaking. It does take a second to dry, and I might be moving a little too quick for the liquid glue, but that's okay. Monday nights are fabulous. You know why? Because we're all there together. Okay, so then you don't have to go one way or another specifically. That one I took landscape. This one will go horizontal. And every one has its own personality, even though we punched them exactly the same. So one, and you could do this with any punch. I like the daisies because you have a big one and a little one, and it's a similar background. And I wish I could show you the bag. I actually took a picture of it, and then I got rid of it because I get rid of all the packaging when my stuff comes in these days. I leave it outside, but I did snag a picture. It was probably a lighter blue than this, but it was blue and yellow with daisies, and I thought, oh, I could do that. And I'm frequently inspired by what I run across in my day, and all I had this week was that shipment that was exciting. So, hey, a catalog. That's what I've been doing with my time, shopping and cooking. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have 10 pounds on. All right, so this one's going this way. Pretty. And this one's going this way. So let's line them up. Write down the list. We can go that way again. So what are you guys up to today? How about you tell me what you made for lunch, or what you had for lunch. In between, in my frustration, I got frustrated with my internet, and I decided to make a snack. I didn't really eat a normal lunch, so I made a snack around 3 when I couldn't get online. I took 2 cups of cheese, 1 regular low-fat cheese and 1 high-test cheese, and I mixed them together. And then I added some grated cheese and some Italian seasoning and 2 eggs, and I formed like almost like a big flat cheese loaf. And I baked it on parchment in the oven. And then once it cooled, we cut it up and ate it with marinara. So it was like breadsticks, but there were no bread. There's no bread. You had cereal for lunch? Ooh, leftovers from Easter. What did you have for Easter, Mary Jo? Anyway, tell me what you had for lunch today, and I will draw a prize later this week. Pizza with your elderly couple that you take care of. That's really cool. Pizza's always good. We make it on flatbread here. I just get the Joseph's wraps and we throw them on my stone. I don't know what I would do without my cooking stone. I live by that bugger. All right, so this one is the grapefruit grub. Actually, it looks really kind of cool with the yellow. I didn't expect that it would pop so much. This one looks like sunshine. All right, so now we've got 4 to start. And then this one is looking kind of interesting to me. And as I'm looking at this, I'm remembering that I have some in-color embellishments over in my little case. I don't know how quickly I can grab them, but I'm gonna try and find them. I am trimming these down to be inside my box. Let me see if I can find those embellishments, because I think that that would make this card even more fun. You have to understand what my embellishment box looks like. I'm just going to bring it over so you can see it. And I did cut some card bases in these colors, so let's bring this back in. Oh, look at that purple. Oh, it needs a purple, doesn't it? I know it's not part of that suite, but I like this too. I think we'll use pink. And then, oh yeah, so you see my embellishment box? It's just a big mess, but like everything's in the one place, so at least I can find everything. This is the one I was talking about. Happiness Blooms Enamel Dots. Although it says Happiness Blooms, and of course, happiness does bloom, these are just the end colors. Well, that looks kind of like navy, but I suppose it's that blue. All right, and then I think we need, sometimes you don't get like really motivated until you get going. This one I made with that punch too. Isn't that pretty? This paper is in the main catalog, and I painted it with Wink Stella, of course. Ooh, maybe we should add Wink Stella to these flowers. What do you guys think? So we'll put a couple of bigger dots first. Oh, come on. You know you want to come off. There we go. And then how about if we add a medium? I just push these buggers right off with the sticky tool because it makes it easier to see everything. And then maybe, I don't know, should I put some like, oh, you could go to town with this because you could go like right around. Oh, that's fun. I don't think I want that color anymore. I think this is going to be a blueberry bushel base. It's funny how things don't always go the way you think they're gonna. But then it always tends to work itself out. Oh my gosh, that's kind of cool. I like the middle of that. Wow. Okay, I'm in. Should we do the center of those or should we just do the one? I think I like it just the one because then it really pops. And then we can put a sentiment on it. But before we do that, I want to see it against the blue. That's a scrapbooking thing. Whenever you bring in an element, you want to use it at least twice. But it wasn't working for me, even though I love that pink. Look at this. Boom. It pops a bit better. I think I want to cut a piece to go behind that that's yellow. So give me 1 second. And I'm gonna trim. I think that's 5 by 3 3/4. So I'm gonna go 5 1/8 by 3 7/8 to make this white a tiny bit, the yellow a tiny bit bigger. See if I can get that border against it to pop. Yeah, just the one. I'm with you guys. Okay, so adhesive. The liquid glue is awesome when you're putting things in that you need to place, but honestly, after a while, I just have to go back to the tape runner. Oh, it's so pretty. Should we tie a bow? Let's tie one and we'll see what we think. So this is the coordinating yellow ribbon. It is grosgrain. You'd think I'd have the color down by now. Pineapple Punch. We've only had this color for 2 years. Let's see. Oh my goodness. So cute. So there's a couple ways to tie a bow. You can do what I just did, which is the loop, swoop, and pull. So you, here, let me move this so you can see it against the black. So you loop around your finger. Well, you make a loop, then you loop around your finger, swoop around your finger. Ha! Then you have this little thing that you swooped around and you bring the bottom side through that hole. And that's how I tie a bow. And that's how I tie my shoes. So that's one way to tie a bow. And then there's another way that I know to tie a bow, which is bunny ears. So sometimes little kids have trouble learning the loop, swoop, and pull. And you teach them bunny ears, and that's when you make a loop on this side, and you make a loop on this side, hop, 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 and then you tie them together. Oh my gosh. I don't know if I should say that I had too much coffee or if I didn't have enough coffee, that I'm doing hop, 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 hop with ribbon, but whatever. That's the bunny ears method. So it's really the same bow, just, and then of course you have a bow maker. And the bow maker is easier to see, like if you were standing behind me, but I'll show you real quick. You loop around, and I have the fold on the left-hand side, the left-hand pole. This works with a fork too. You go under, and then you go over, see, under, over, and that's what makes your loop close up. Then this is the part where I usually lose people. You pull back on the bottom piece and then you tie this piece down. So if you have a bow maker, you can do that too. I have these. If you ordered that class from me this week and you need one, I think I have them in stock. I just pass them along for what I get them for. I don't really sell them. But that's another way to make a bow. And actually that one looks awfully pretty, so we'll use that one because it's fancy. Diane and I were here one night and we timed how many bows I can tie in an hour, and I've already forgotten. Digress. What do you think? Do you want to go there? Do you want to go in the middle of the blue? You tell me. I know that there's a little bit of a delay, so I'll wait for you guys to catch up. And I'll start taking a look at these buggers. Oh, see, now I have a totally different opinion of these. Like, I was gonna put Wink Estella on these, but now I'm thinking they need some of these. So even if we just did like 3 per card to make it a little whimsical. So there's 3 on that one. They could still use Wink Estella. I mean, hello. Wink Estella the heck out of everything. Oh, that's funny. That one came off and went in. You could do that too. You could take the negative pieces and put them in like where they fit. That's kind of cool. Make your own designer paper that way. How fun. And then I like the yellow on this because it's kind of like we picked 2 colors and we went with it, monochromatic. Oh, so stunning. And then we got 1, 2, 3 again. So just like that, in just a few minutes, we made a whole bunch of cards, and it's just on punches. So you think I should put it over on the blue? Okie doke. Let me grab a blue dot between the yellow and the green flower. So like, I don't know. So like there? Maybe. I'm either like here or here. Let me see. Rose I can hear. Thank you. Thank you, Robin. That's how I make my bows. Blue. Okay, so we had a couple votes to put it right by the blue flower because that one was kind of by himself over here. So we'll do that. We'll put that bow over there. It's kind of a different way to make cards, isn't it? And I don't usually put that many colors on one project, but we had all those cutouts. It seems only fair. And they are nice and bright. They're like a little family. They go together. And then we have these. And I still think we're missing something. So how about a little sparkle? We'll perk these up with some Wink. Like the centers, they need some sparkle. And I just love that these pieces go outside the frame. Makes me happy. The blue one is it pops so much with the yellow. But I have a whole bunch of thank you cards to put out in the mail. So this is great. This is an awesome head start with that. And then I can get back to prepping my class for this week. You still have time to sign up for that. It's going to go out, and if you're on my email list, it goes out again on Wednesday morning, tomorrow morning. It's like, what's today? And then last call for that. So, these are so pretty. And I'll put sentiments on them. I want to show you some that I just made with yellow and blue. This is a different blue. It's not the blueberry bushel. But I made 5 of these from my team. They're top 5 in sales this month. And you can see the Wink Estella way better there. But these are all similar. And now that I got their prizes in the mail, I can put them back out in the mail for tomorrow. And then I took all those negative pieces and made another one that was just blue and yellow. And I do love to celebrate you. So that was fairly quick. Hang on, I'm gonna flip. And it's a good thing that I was quick because, geez, it's not flipping. Technology, it is not my friend. So yeah, so I've got all sorts of things. One thing I love to do with this punch is when you are putting them together and making a flower, I like to curl them so that they're all curling one way, and then I put them together like a hug. So you put one going up and one going down, and then the actual flowers hug. But these are just great, and you don't need a whole lot of supplies, just stamps, ink, paper, and a couple of punches, and you're good to go. And like, hello, I could use this whole sheet just in a few minutes, but it's all good. And then I won't forget, because all of these pieces that we saved can go on the inside to finish off the inside of the card, and maybe a sentiment. I don't know if I'm going to put one on because I think that they're nice and bright and sunny as they are. The struggle is real. Are you talking about technology, Lori? Because I'll tell you what, it was a little bumpy today, but that's okay. I'm glad that you guys are patient with me because, hello, this is crafting and I am totally imperfect. Here we go. So cute. So you can pull it out and then save all those pieces. Yeah, and it's a great way to use up your stuff and get cards out in the mail. And oh, you could even get all fancy and put a different color in each one. So they open it and it's a different color. They don't think about it. So anyway, I hope you guys are having a wonderful week so far. And I hope you're finding ways to stay busy. I definitely can't wait to get those kits out in the mail. Some people order 2 and 3 kits, which is pretty awesome. They'll have a nice card making kit. And as soon as this one is done, I plan to work on a second one for this month. I know that I don't usually do 2 card classes in a month to go, but I'm working on something kind of special. So I will see you guys soon, and I will try and bump on for extra lives when I can, because hello, when we're stuck in the house, what do we need? Crafts. We got to stay sane somehow. And I hope that you're having a wonderful week, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.